Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Marc Asset, and today we are going to look far into the future of Bitcoin. We will talk about what could happen to Bitcoin's price between 2026 and 2030 based on the latest market data and forecast going around. If you like my video and my accent, of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel and let's start. Right now, Bitcoin is trading around 114,000 US dollars. Many investors are wondering what's next. Will Bitcoin reach 150K, 200K, or even 1 million in the next couple of years? There are now many forecasts from analysts, institutions, and traders that project Bitcoin's price all the way to 2030, even 2040. These predictions look at things like ETF money coming in, big companies adding Bitcoin to their balance sheets, and Bitcoin becoming more and more limited in supply. In this video, I will show you what the data suggests for each year and then give you my personal realistic view. So here, guys, you can see what most long-term forecasts are showing right now. Year 2026, Bitcoin could go somehow from 150K to 230K. 2027 from 170 to 330K. 2028 from 200 to 450K. 2029 from 275 to 640, and 2030 from 380 to 900, almost a million. So according to the latest projections, Bitcoin could keep rising almost every year, especially after the next halving in 2028. Even the realistic range around 500 to 600K by 2030 is still a huge gain from today's price. Let's have a look now at why many analysts are expecting such a strong growth. ETF inflows. Big money is coming in. Bitcoin exchange traded funds are growing fast, bringing billions of dollars from institutional investors. Corporate adoption. More public companies are adding Bitcoin to their portfolios as a long-term store of value. Lower supply. Fewer coins are still sitting on exchanges. More people are holding Bitcoin for long-term. Clearer regulation, guys. The governments around the world are slowly building better rules, which makes Bitcoin safer for traditional investors. And global economy. With inflation and debt increasing, many investors see Bitcoin as a digital gold. All these factors together could push the price much higher over the next few years. Okay, guys, now here's my personal take. In a bullish case, if everything goes perfect, adoption grows, ETFs boom, and regulation stays positive, Bitcoin could reach 800, 900K by 2030, maybe even a million. In a realistic case, if growth continues but not too crazy, we could see probably 500, 600K by the 2030. In a bearish case, so the worst case, guys, for example, if we get a strong regulations, global recessions, or a big crypto crash, Bitcoin might stay probably between 150 and 200K for a few years. Remember, these are just possible paths, not guarantees. So the goal is to think always long term, not to get caught up in a short term noise. Let's look now more closely at each year from 2026 to 2030. Year 2026, the next bull run peak. Forecast range is 150 to 230,000 US dollar. Bitcoin will likely be in the late stage of its possible halving bull run. If history repeats, we usually see the cycle top about 12-18 months after halving, just like the 2013, the 2017, and 2021. ETF inflows could still be strong, and retail investors might come back in. On-chain data could show exchange balance hitting record low and long-term holders selling some profits, both typical of a peak phase. Volatility would be high. Quick corrections of 20–30% are possible even inside the uptrend. Now, year 2027, cooling and accumulation. The range 170 to 330,000 US dollar. After the peak, Bitcoin often enters a correction and sideways period similar to the 2018 or 2022. This is when short-term traders exit, but institutions and long-term believers start accumulating again. We might see a 50% retracement from the top, followed by stability around 200–200K zone. Historically, this winter phase lasts about 12–18 months before the next build-up. 2028, the halving year. The range 200 to 450. The next Bitcoin halving is expected around April 2028. Mining rewards will drop from 3.1 to 1.5 Bitcoin. That's a 50% supply cut, which normally creates long-term upward pressure. Early in 2028, price could still be calm, but after the halving, demand versus supply starts shifting fast. Historically, within a year after each halving, Bitcoin makes new highs. So by the end of 2028, we could see the start of the next major rally. 2029, expansions and global adoption. Range could be from 275 to 640K. If the post-halving pattern continues, 2029 could be a strong growth year. Institutional adoption might reach a new level. Pension funds, banks, and even some governments could hold Bitcoin as part of reserves. The number of Bitcoin wallets holding over 1 Bitcoin might cross 1.5 million, showing deeper retail involvement. At this stage, volatility could drop compared to earlier cycles as the market matures, but big swings are still likely. Okay, we are here touching year 2030, maturity and the digital gold era. The range could be from 380 to 900, possibly touching 1 million. So by 2030, Bitcoin's image could fully shift from speculative asset to mainstream store of value like digital gold. The total supply will still be capped at 21 million and mining rewards will be very small, increasing scarcity. If global market cap for Bitcoin reaches about 16 trillion, the price per coin will be near 800–900,000 US dollars. That will still be less than half of gold's total market cap. So it's not unrealistic if Bitcoin keeps gaining trust worldwide. Of course, if adoption slows, we could stay closer to 400 and 500K, but long-term holders will still see massive returns. Okay, now just a little summary. From 2026 to 2030, every stage follows a logical cycle: peak, correction, halving, expansion, and maturity. If the pattern repeats again, the next 5 years could take Bitcoin from 6 figures to potentially close to $1 million or even more. But of course, guys, nothing is guaranteed, and here are the main risks to keep in mind. Government changing or tightening crypto regulations, economic slowdowns that reduce investor appetite for risk, new technologies or digital assets competing with Bitcoin, market manipulation by whales or large funds. So always stay informed, manage risk, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. This is all for educational only, not a financial advice, guys. So guys, let me know, what do you think about it? Do you think Bitcoin could reach 500, 100, or even $1 million by 2030? Please drop your 2030 prediction in the comments, because I love reading all your comments and, or ideas. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for my next video. Next week, I will probably cover Ethereum's price prediction for 2030 and how it might compare to Bitcoin. I'm Marc Asset, your favorite Italian investors. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Ciao.